Now we're going to bring back something we used to do on the show called Mediaite Moments, where we highlight insane or interesting moments in the world of the news media. Fox News is desperately trying to figure out what to do with the 8 p.m. hour after Tucker Carlson's surprising firing. And last night, it was Lawrence Jones's turn to try and fill Carlson's shoes. Now, Jones is a libertarian, up-and-coming star there, and not a crazy right-wing nut. But he's obviously being told that normal conservative positions have not been working during Tucker's former hour, that they're losing some of the extreme right viewers that like Tucker. And last night, he seemed to get the message when interviewing former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson, who is an establishment Republican and presidential hopeful. And from the beginning, Jones didn't want to hear about any of Hutchinson's sort of reasonable conservative viewpoints, and it was uncomfortable.
There's a different Republican Party now. And when I ask you the question, why are you running, it seems like you're opposed to all of the things that the modern-day Republican Party stands for. What do you say to that?
Well, I disagree with that. I lowered taxes in Arkansas. That's a Republican position.
Again, the typical Republican talking point.
I created surpluses.
Most Republicans have that
Lawrence, you've got to listen to me as well. You've got to listen as well. We balance the budget. That's what Republicans do. We lead in this country on conservative principles.
Look, I feel bad for Lawrence Jones. He's accustomed to hosting a weekend show called Cross Country. He addresses the nation's challenges with a sort of a lighter touch. Fox is realizing that in prime time, being reasonably conservative is not working for them, particularly at 8 p.m. And this new Republican Party Jones refers to sounds like one where Republican principles that he was talking about just don't really matter as much as culture wars, fear-mongering, and owning the libs, who, by the way, often deserve it. You see, that was Tucker's show. And now Jones was trying really hard to prove that he could do it too.
In our support of Ukraine, and yes, this is a big debate in the Republican Party. You've got the isolationist wing, and you've got those that believe that America needs to lead.
I don't think it's about that,
I think that our support of Ukraine is important.
What your voters are saying, the Republican voters are saying, where do you stop it at? Do we go to Africa? Do we go to Latin America? What is the red line for you?
Well, you don't need to draw a red line. You need to support those that are being oppressed against the oppressor. And right now, that is Ukraine. Now, hopefully, we can stop it there.
Look, Hutchinson's right, of course. It's a fair debate to have about how much or for how long in Ukraine. But it seems Jones was tasked with making sure he was seen as beating up on a traditional Republican because, after all, Tucker despised them. Jones wrapped things up with a question and then lecture about the latest wedge issue.
Do you believe that there's two genders?
I believe that there's two genders. God created two genders. I believe in that. I couldn't hear everything that was said there, but I was just with, so the young Republicans at University of Iowa today, and it's important to have debate. It's important to have free speech on these campuses and that conservative voices can be heard. That's what is important. And it's important for us to have a debate among Republicans on the role of the state. That's fair.
That is spin. The Republicans have said what their position is. I understand that you are for free speech and all these other issues.
Look, give Jones credit. Tucker almost never had anyone who disagreed with him on. But you have to wonder whether Jones actually disagrees with Hutchinson as much as he's suggesting. After seeing their ratings tank last week, expect to see a lot more of this from Fox hosts, particularly in Tucker's hour, putting on a show about how angry they are at classic Republican principles to make it seem like they're a lot more like Tucker than they are like conservatives. Thank you for watching. Go to NewsNationNow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.